Let your legs just kind of relax down. You can move them, flap them a little bit. And loosen up your shoulders, kind of move them side to side, up and down. Sorry, the dog wants to hang out today. And then let's go ahead and just let the legs ease down. Soften your shoulders, drop your chin, soften your eyes. And then move your neck here. Move the head side to side. And then we'll pause right here in neutral. You can keep the arms just relaxed down. Go ahead and set an intention for your practice. And then slowly open your eyes. And then staying folded, just walk the hands down in front of you. Let your back ease in. And then you can move the shoulders up and down here if that feels good. So since I'm on the floor, the dog thinks this is the time to lick me, which is pretty funny. And then let's walk the hands over to the right side, staying folded here. Nice little easy stretch in your side. Nice release for your low back. And then softly walk all over to the opposite side. Again, nice little easy fold. And then come back to center and let's go ahead and press up. Let's take the hands behind us with the fingertips face away from your body. Press the heel of the hand in. And you can lean back here. And then again, rocking the shoulders a little bit. Pressing the chest up. And then slowly walk the hands in closer to you as you lift up your back. So the back's going nice and straight. The hands are going to come and rest like right next to your bottom. Ears are still pressed away. The arms are pressed into your back, so it's pressing your chest forward. Should give you a nice little release in your back too. Drop the chin towards the chest. Keep the hands in place. And then turn your head to the right. And then gaze goes back down. Turn it to the left. Gaze goes back down. Bring the arms forward, resting on your knees. Shift the pelvis forward so your chest comes towards the floor, and then soften your arms down. So you should be in a deeper fold, and this time you should feel a stretch in your hips. And then slowly walk the hands in. Let's go into our first twist. Let's take the left hand and rest it on the right knee. Swing that right arm behind you and then turn the hand so that the fingertips are down for spider fingers. Turn your head all the way towards your right shoulder. And then slowly bring your gaze back forward. And then bringing your right hand forward. You're still holding onto your knee with your left hand. You're going to thread the right hand through so that your arms are crossed over. Now you're going to get an opening in the top of your back. And then we're going to release that left arm and then swing it behind us. Fingertips down, spider fingers pressing into the floor so the chest lifts. And then take a turn looking over the left shoulder. And then the gaze comes back forward. And then go ahead and bring both arms and just kind of shake them out. Let's go ahead and twist our legs. And then we're going to press up into a downward facing dog. So you can start on your knees. Hands are in front and to the side. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Toes tuck. Hips sail up. Feet go towards the floor. Nice V shape with your body. And then let's do a nice little easy pedal with the legs. And then I want you to open your feet kind of wide, a little wider than hip width. So you're in a wide leg downward facing dog. And then pausing here, pressing the heel of the hand into the mat. Nice stretch to your back. And then go ahead and rock forward. You're going right into a plank. Soften the knees. Flatten out the tops of the feet. Settle your hips back and going right into a child's pose. Forehead comes down to the mat, arms go straight out in front of you. Nice stretch to your back. Go ahead and slowly lift your head up and then walk your hands over to the left side this time and then fold back down. Lifting the head up once again, go ahead and walk the hands back on your mat and then take them all the way over to the right side this time and then soften down. And lifting up, walking the hands back to center. Take them to the side of your mat, lift up, tuck the toes, another wide leg downward facing dog. And then a nice easy pedal with the legs. Pressing the heels towards the floor. And then rocking forward for a plank. Once again, soften the knees down, pressing back, child's pose. This time, wrap your arms around to the side of your legs. Let the palms face up. And if it's comfortable, go ahead and grab the sole of your feet. Take your fingers and massage right in the center of your feet. Nice little release to any tension you might have in your feet. And if you have plantar fasciitis, this is also a nice little thing you can do to help relieve the stress in your feet. And then go ahead and relax the hands down. Bring them in front of you. Stretch the arms out nice and wide. Just take the right hand and bring it along the side of your right leg. Palm faces up. Just take that left arm, bring it along the side. Palm faces up. Shoulders are open nice and wide. And then slowly lift up the chest. Bring the knees in, right into a hero's pose. And you can either stay down here or come up higher, depending on the pressure on your knees. Just kind of play with it. Let's lift those arms up in the air. Let's bring the hands to namaste and take them behind our head. Now you're getting a nice stretch in the back of your arms. And then lift back up. Slide the hands to the heart. Let's take a nice little twist to the right. And come back to center. Let's make our way to the left. And come back to center. Let's rock. If you're down, rock up. Lace your hands down. Now we're all back into a tabletop. Let's drop the chest and look up for a cow. Let's round for a cat. Next inhale breath, go ahead and drop the chest for a cow. Pause for a couple breaths. And then rounding for a cat. And again, pausing for a few breaths. Dropping the chest once again for your cow pose. Pause for a couple breaths. And then go ahead and drop back into your cat pose. Sorry about that. Please. And then we'll relax into a neutral spine. Let's take and bring the right knee forward. And then I want you to angle it towards your left elbow. So now you're getting an opening in that hip. And then rotate it back towards your right and then stretch the leg out. Nice long line with the leg. Bring the knee in and relax. And then let's do the left knee. Let's bring that left knee forward, angle it towards the right elbow. Nice stretch for your hip. And then bring it back to neutral and stretch that leg out. Nice long line, toes pointed. And then go ahead and bring the knee in and release. Reset your table so that your knees are hip width apart. Arms are right underneath your shoulder. Let's go ahead and lift the right arm up. Wrap it around, resting at your low back. Now this is going to be different. Press into the heel of the left hand. lift the chest up, and then lift that arm up, wrap it around, resting against your low back. So both hands are rested, and then folding down, bringing your hips towards your heels. You should feel the stretch actually in your calves as well. We're gonna slowly rise back up, releasing the right hand first. It's gonna stretch straight out and then flatten back on the floor. And then stretch out that left arm and release it down. You're backing your table. Let's stretch the right leg back. This time sweep it over to the side, resting on the side of the foot. I want you to come down on the left elbow. Lift your right arm up. Really reaching for the sky here. And then go ahead and soften your right hand back, pressing up into your left. Lift up your right leg, sweep it back. Release the toes down towards the floor. Do a rock back, getting a stretch in the back of your leg. And then go ahead and lift up your leg. Bring your knee forward and reset your table. Let's sweep the left leg back, nice long line. Sweep it over to the side, resting on the side of your foot. This time I want you to come down on your right elbow. Left arm goes straight up in the air. Your gaze can go with you, or you can keep it down at the floor, whatever feels better for you. And then go ahead and soften that left hand down, pressing up into the right. Sweep the leg back. Go ahead and release the toes down. Do a nice little rock back, stretch in the back of the leg. And then lift up, bring the knee forward, and reset. Let's go ahead and tuck the toes, walk the hands slightly forward. Let's go into a downward facing dog. And then nice little easy pedal with the legs first. And then look towards your hands. And I want you to gently walk, crawl up to the front of your mat. And then pause in a forward fold, Uttanasana. Arms are softened over your legs. You can have a nice little bend to your knees. You want to get a stretch to your hamstring here. You can go ahead and grab opposite elbows. You can rock the hips if that feels good for you. And then release the arms down. Again, you can rock your hips if that feels good. And then go ahead and put a deep bend to your knees. Sweep the arms up. Let's go right into a chair. I'm going to walk back so you guys have a better view. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's take a twist to the right. Connect with the knee, folding down. And then coming back to center. Let's go to the left. Connect with your knee, pressing your hands together. And then come back to center. Plant the hands on your thighs and slowly straighten your legs. You can keep your hands at your thighs, you're pressing your bottom back. Slight bend to your knees. You should get a nice release for your low back. And then release the arms and fold forward. Let's slowly roll to standing. Lifting those arms up overhead. Let's go ahead and connect the hands. Turn them inside out. And then gently rock to the right. Let's roll through the front. Making your way to the left side. Let's roll back through. Coming all the way back to center. Pressing up, let's come up on your tiptoes. Soften the heels down. Let's take the arms behind the head. And then bring them forward all the way to your waist. Open nice and wide. Connect the hands at your low back. Gently pull down. And then I want you to fold forward, lifting the arms with you. Once you're folded, your head is towards your knees. Release the hands, sweep them to the floor. Release the hands down, step back for a plank pose. Taking your time, come down one elbow at a time for elbow plank. Rocking forward on your toes. Soften your knees. Tighten out the tops of your feet. Lower the chest all the way down. Roll the thighs in, your inner Sphinx pose. Nice stretch for your low back. Tuck the toes, pressing back up into an elbow plank. Press the right hand and then the left hand, full plank. Walk the feet slightly in. Press back towards your heels, downward facing dog. Look towards your hands and plant the right foot forward. Lower the left knee down. I want you to stay forward to get a nice stretch in the front of your thigh. And then lift the knee up on the left side, sweep the legs back. And then walking your feet slightly in, downward facing dog. Look towards your hands and plant that left foot forward. Then go ahead and soften the knee down. I want you to stay forward so you can get the stretch in the front of your thigh. This time the transition is going to be a little different. Go ahead and lift the knee up. This time step forward, you're back in a forward fold. And then bring your head towards your knee. Go ahead and slide your hands to under your feet so that your toes are coming to your wrists, getting a deeper hamstring stretch to get a deeper release in your back. And then go ahead and release your toes down. Bring your hands to your shins. Rotate your shoulders and flatten out your back. Slight bend to your knees. Go ahead and press your bottom back. Get a nice release right here. And then folding forward once again. Let's slowly unroll to standing. Arms up overhead. Hands to your heart. Let's go ahead and lift up the right leg and rotate it open and then plant it to right up underneath your knee. Going right into a tree. Lift those arms up overhead and open. Bring them back to namaste. Slide your hands to your heart. Let's turn the knee forward and then soften the foot down. Lift the left leg up. Rotate that hip open. Plant the foot right up underneath the knee. Let's lift the arms straight in the air and open. Pausing for a couple breaths. Bring the hands back to namaste. Slide them to your heart. Bring your knee forward. Release the foot down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float down. Release the hands down. Step the right foot back. We're going to rise up for a high lunge this time. Arms are going to go straight up. Nice stretch to your quads. And then fold forward, release the hands down to either side of your foot. Step forward, back into a forward fold. Step that left foot back, left toes are engaged. We're going to press up, high lunge on the opposite side. Arms go straight up. And once again, getting a stretch in your quads on your left side this time. And then folding forward, hands go down to the floor. We'll step forward, we're back into a forward fold, ready to Uttanasana. Let's go ahead and connect the hands right behind your, it's like right above your knees, right at the bottom of your thighs. Grab opposite elbows if you can, if not, hold on to your arms. Pretty intense stretch to your hamstrings. Again, another way to release our back. And then release the elbows and float down. Roll up to standing. Go ahead and grab your right wrist. Pull up nice and strong. Let's rock to the right. And then come back to center, switch, grab your left wrist, pull up nice and strong, rock to the left. And then come back to center, release the hands down, and then sweep the right leg up. Go ahead and grab the front of it, pressing into your left foot. We're pausing here. And then we'll slowly release down. Sweep that left foot up. Go ahead and hold on to the front of the knee. Balancing on the right leg. Just a few more breaths here. And release down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, float down. Let's rise halfway. Flatten out the back. And then float down once again. Let's step the right foot back. Step the left foot. You're in a plank. And then let's go into push-up position, chaturanga, upward facing dog. And then I want you to roll side to side here in your upward facing dog. Nice little easy stretch. You should feel this in your back. Pausing at neutral, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And look towards the hands, and we'll take a big step forward and then fold forward into Uttanasana. And then go ahead and lift up into a chair. Sinking down. Sweep the arms back as you fold forward. And lifting back into a chair. And let's stretch out. Really reaching up towards the sky. Bring your hands to Namaste. Slide into your heart. And take a break. Nice work, everyone. That was a lot. Lots of stretching, but lots of movement at the same time. Everyone doing okay? Up or down? You guys are good? All right. Let's keep moving. Let's go ahead and cross the right leg over from the left, but I want you to do a big cross. So that left hip is slightly going out. You should feel a really big stretch here. And once you take the hands and turn them out, lift up the chest. And then we're going to step back in, shake out your legs. We'll do the opposite side. Really huge step over with the left foot. And then I want you to make that internal rotation so that the chest lifts. Bring the hands out to the side. And then go ahead and step back in. You keep the hands out. And then go ahead and open the feet nice and wide. Let's bring the hands to the waist. And I want you to float halfway just to press your bottom back. Another release for your low back. So I got back and shoulders today. So if anybody got anything else, you can unmute and let me know. And then slowly rise up. And then we're going to do that once again. We're going to go ahead and fold halfway. Head is pointing straight out. Go ahead and press your bottom back. Slight bend to your knees. And then slowly rise up. Go ahead and step together. And then go right into a nice little mountain pose. Bring the hands out to the side. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And repeat. Really big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. On your next inhale breath, let's lift those arms up overhead. Go ahead and walk onto the front of your mat. And exhale, float down. Release your hands down, step back forward plank. Vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Tuck the toes back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet close together. We're going into downward dog split with the right leg. Lift it up in the air. And then look towards your hands. Bring the knee forward, angle it. We're going into a pigeon. Left leg goes back. And then make your way into a sleeping swan. Let's go ahead and soften down. Open up the shoulders by taking the elbows out wide. Try to keep your weight right in the center so you're not collapsing into either hip. And we'll hold this for just a couple more breaths here. And slowly press up into our hands. Go ahead and relax into your right hip. Sweep that left leg around. Let's go ahead and have the foot down, the left foot down. Right foot goes at an angle. Let's hug the knee with the right arm. Take the left fingertips behind you. And as you do that, you're pulling that left leg towards you so that you can get a stretch in the hips. The fingers behind you are spider fingers. so you can keep the shoulder nice and open. And then go ahead and soften and twist back around. And then go ahead and uncross. We're gonna press our bodies back up into a downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal the legs here. And then walk the feet close together, big toes are touching, downward dog split left side. Left leg goes in the air. Look towards your hands, bring your left knee forward. Angle it towards the corner of your mat. Sweep your right leg back. And then let's go once again into a sleeping swan. Leading with your chest. Coming down on your elbows. Arms go out to the side. I want you to try to pull the shoulders away from your ears. And just a few more breaths here. And then let's slowly press up into our hands. Relax into that left hip. Sweep the right leg around. Keep the foot flat on the floor. We're gonna give the knee a hug with the left arm. As you do that, you're lifting up the chest. Right fingertips go behind you. And then you're gonna turn your head towards your right shoulder. That left arm is keeping the right leg up so that you can get the stretch in the hip. And then bringing your gaze back forward. Bring your arms with you. Let's go ahead and uncross. Stretch those legs out in front of us. You can pedal the knees up and down if that feels good. And then let's bring our feet in and let's go into a butterfly position. Holding onto the front of your feet with both hands and then shifting your pelvis so everything is straight. You should feel a pretty intense stretch in your inner thighs. If you're not feeling the stretch, go ahead and pull the feet closer to you. Now we're gonna make our way into a forward fold. So slowly take the elbows to the outside of your legs and then soften your head down. And then slowly rise. Let's stretch the legs out in front of us. And then a nice little easy pedal. And then let's go ahead and plant both heels down, toes are pointed up, back is straight. Start with your hands at the top of your thighs. You want you to keep your legs as straight as you can on the floor. And so we're gonna stretch our hamstrings, but we're only gonna stretch as deep as you need. So keeping the legs flat, toes are up. You're gonna slowly walk the hands down your legs. Once you're like, that's too much for me, just stop. And if you can keep going, just go. And then you can take the hands to the outside of the foot. And if you're like, I can go even further, if you have a block, you can put the block on the outside of your feet and hold on to the block. But just kind of go as deep into this as you want. And again, this nice hamstring stretch, releasing your back. Now, no matter where your hands are, I want you to go ahead and soften the elbows. So if you're holding onto the feet, just press the elbows towards the floor. If you're on your legs, soften the elbows on the side of your legs. And then we're gonna release our hands and slowly walk them up our legs. Back's nice and straight. And then we're gonna open the right leg only. Left leg is gonna stay straight. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do it with our legs at an angle. So start with the hands on the thighs. And you're gonna slowly walk the hands down the legs. And again, go as deep into this as you want. You reach your feet, take the hands to the outside of your feet. holding on, back is straight. You want to keep your legs straight because the goal here is to get the release in your hamstring, and you're going to feel it more on the left side than on the right because the right leg is at an angle. And then release the hands and slowly walk them back up your legs. Back straight, go ahead and bring that right foot in. Let's take the left foot out to the side. Right leg stays straight. And then hands start at the top of the thighs. We're going to walk them down once again. And again, if you go to the bottom of your feet, go ahead and hold on to them and pull them towards you. That'll deepen the stretch. This time you'll feel it more on the right. Please don't overstretch. If it's too intense, back off. Bring your hand up on your shin or bring it up to the top of your thigh, whatever you need to do. Now let's all place the hands on the legs and start walking them back up. We're going to bring both legs in and then go ahead and pedal the legs. Let's position ourselves in the center of our mat. And then we're going to go onto our back, but we're going to go from a boat pose. So you're going to lift the arms up, lift up the legs, and slowly lower yourself down. And then let everything just relax out. And then lift the arms up overhead. Let's do a full body stretch. And let's bring those arms next to us. And then lift up your left knee, lift up the right. Wrap your arms around, give them a squeeze, and let's roll our low back side to side here. And then go into a little circle. And then reverse the direction of your circle. So just giving your low back a little massage here on your mat. And then pause at neutral, open those arms into a T position. Stretch out your right leg and rest it on the floor. And then cross your left leg over. You can either keep your hands in T. You can take your right hand and hold on top of your hip if it tends to want to pop up. And then lifting that left knee up, bringing the right one back up, and we'll do the opposite side. Stretch out that left leg, cross the right one over. Again, you keep the arms into T, or you can take your left hand and hold the leg down if it, again, tends to want to pop up. And then rotate that top leg to the center, bring the left one back up, arms go back around, give the knees a gentle squeeze. Let's go ahead and soften the feet to the floor. Go ahead and put them into a butterfly position. And let's open the arms with goddess arms. And pause. You can soften your eyes here if that's comfortable for you. And now I want you to do some deep belly breathing. With each breath, you should feel like you're releasing some tension in your body. Feeling the breath from the top of your chest and then rolls down through your belly. Keeping the legs in place, let's go ahead and flip our hands and rest them on our low belly, keeping the shoulders open. And then go ahead and soften your hands next to you. Roll the feet down, let the knees come up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and bring your right knee towards your chest. Take your right hand to the top of your knee, and then stretch out your left leg. Let it hover above the floor. And rotate that right leg to the side, opening up the hip. That left leg is staying up, so you can, if you take your hand and put it right at the top of your thigh, you're going to feel that muscle is engaged. And then go ahead and rotate that right knee back forward, and then bend the left foot, plant it on the floor, and then releasing your right. Both knees are pointed towards the chest. Pointed towards the ceiling. Bring your left knee towards the chest. Go ahead and hold on to the top of the knee with your left hand. And then stretch out that right leg and let it hover above the floor. And then rotate that left leg to the side. And again, if you want to see if the muscles are activated, just take your right hand and touch right at the top of the thigh. You should feel that the muscles are activated. Go ahead and bring that left knee forward, bend the right, relax the right foot, and then release your left foot down. Press both feet into the floor. Actually, walk the feet up a little closer to your bottom. Then press into the floor and lift up your low back. Keep the shoulders open, hands down. This is going to be a stretch in your thigh and a release for your low back. And then soften down. Pressing the feet into the mat, go ahead and lift up your low back. And soften down. And one last time, go ahead and lift up the low back. And soften. Let's bring both knees to the chest. Wrap your arms around. Give them a nice gentle hug. And rotate the back side to side. Let's lift up the legs and let's go right into a tabletop. Let's let the arms rest right next to us on the floor. And then I want you to slowly press the right foot forward. Now your core is activated. Strong core, strong back. Go ahead and soften your right foot. And let's stretch out the left. Pressing it forward. And then coming back to the table. Press the heels down towards the floor. You should feel your core muscles engage as you press the heels down. Toes are still pointed up. Let's lift the arms straight up in the air, keeping the legs in place. And as you straighten your legs, I want you to take the arms overhead. Core is really engaged. And then we're going to soften the knees, lift the arms up. Let's cross the right knee over the left. Let's go ahead and thread the hands through. Sorry about the long noise, I have my windows open. And then let's go ahead and rock our low back here side to side. And then stretch out that left leg. Then I want you to do full rotation so that the knee is pointed towards you, the heel is pointed straight, and the toes are slightly flexed. Now relax your foot and let's make some circles with your hands. I'll be right back. I gotta close the window. And then go ahead and relax and bend that leg. The left leg's are, and then take your hands out. So everything is, your right foot is still crossed up your left knee, hands are down flat. And then go ahead and release your foot all the way to the floor. And then uncross. You're gonna lift the legs back into tabletop. This time cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bring the hands through, holding on to the right thigh. Go ahead and stretch out the right leg. And then once again, rotate that knee so it's pointed towards you. Go ahead and press the heel forward, foot slightly flexed. And then go ahead and relax the foot and then make some circles with it. The ankles. And reversing the direction. And then go ahead and put a slight bend to your right leg. Release your hands. And then lower the foot towards the floor. And then uncross. Both knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. Walk the feet to the outside of the mat. And then let the knees flop open. And then bring the knees together. And let them open. And bring them together. Let's walk the feet back on the mat. And then release the knees to point straight up. Let's stretch out the right leg. Rest on the floor. Right heel's down. You want the leg engaged. Toes are pointed up. Just lift the left arm up overhead. You're going to press the right arm into the mat. As you press it, you're going to lift the right leg straight up in the air. The left arm's going to stay overhead. I want you to slowly lift up that left arm and reach it towards your toes. If you can grab them, great. If not, just reach towards them. And then lifting that left arm back overhead, and then slowly release the right foot down. Slide it up, and then relax your left arm next. Let's go ahead and stretch out your left leg. Right arm goes overhead. You press the left hand into the mat as you lift up that left leg. And then we're going to take our right arm and reach up towards our foot. And then soften the arm back down. And then slowly lower your leg. And then go ahead and slide the foot up. Relax your foot legs. Let's bring the right knee towards the chest, and let's grab the side of the right foot for a half happy baby. So we're going to go ahead and move that leg up and down. You can make circles with it. And then again, moving in whatever way feels good for you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and soften the foot down. Let's do the left side. Left knee comes towards the chest. Grab the side of the left and half happy baby on the left side. And again, moving that foot in whatever way feels good for you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and soften down. We're going to go into a lifted full body stretch. So we're doing a knee right back. You're going to lift the arms up overhead, and then you're going to take them above your head, and then you stretch out your legs, and this is full body stretch. Really reaching the arms and legs in the opposite direction, and then lift the legs up. Reach your hands up towards your feet, and then go ahead and open and close your fingers. And then wave the hands back and forth. And then make some circles with your wrists. And reverse the direction. And then go ahead and take the hands to the back of the thighs and open into a nice big V shape. And then go ahead and bend into a frog, grab the side of the feet, and we'll make our way to a full happy baby. Go ahead and roll your back and keep your feet. You can also hold the legs in place if that feels good for you. Again, whatever feels best for your body is what I want you to do. And then when you're ready, we're going to release the legs down, arms overhead, nice and flush. Let's go ahead and soften the shoulders. Bring the hands out to the side. Let the legs spread out. Close your eyes. Let all your muscles just relax. Don't let it engage anything. Give yourself a few moments just to get present for yourself. Thinking about that intention that brought you to your mat today. Let your breathing be easy. let your mind be at peace. And just need to walk ass here. Always and your toes. Nice and deep. And it's just so good. Roll it over to your side. Again, keeping everything nice and slow. And slowly open your eyes and press up into a seated position. Let's go ahead and make some easy circles with the neck. Reverse the direction of the shoulders. And then go ahead and bring the chin to your chest, your chins to your heart. As always, thank you for sharing the practice, the light in the arms, the light in you. Namaste. Thank